Hey everyone, it's Ethan. So today I'm going to be doing my recap. I'm very sorry I recorded it yesterday, but for some reason I when I tried to upload the video to YouTube, it uploaded the wrong one. So I'm gonna try again today. I hope you all enjoy. This was one of my best tournaments, so I thought I should share. So let's look at round one. Round one I played my friend Sasha Creighton, who is 1988 USCF. I played him before twice. I got a win with black and draw with white. Kind of interesting that's not flipped, but yeah. So I decided to go e4. I played d4 last time, so I wanted to switch it up. And yeah, here I recommend the advanced version for stronger players, but if you're playing against a lower rated player, there's a chance they'll know the theory since e5 is mainline, so sometimes doing the sideline is okay. This is not bad by any means. And here he played e6. This is not a good move because it hems in the black bishop on c8. So a better move is bishop g4, queen b3, queen d7. And yeah, we get a game. The plan, white's going to attack on the king side. Notice how the pawns are pointing there, and black is going to attack on the queen side. So yeah, that's the best line to keep played e6. So I got a comfortable advantage off the opening. Castle, castle. And yeah, so in structures like these, this is a Carlsbad if the color is reversed. Usually the white pawn is on e3 and the black pawn is on c6, but I played the exchange Caro, so that's why it's flipped. But yeah, the minority attack with b5, b4 is the most common plan. Of course, I'm not gonna just let him play it, so I played a3. And now he did rook b8. So yeah, sorry that knight f5 is the move in the biggest font, but rook b8 is what he played. I got my notation mixed up. Then I did queen c2. I did queen c2, I mean. I did not go b4 immediately because he owns a pawn here. So h6, d4. Now I can get knight c4 and a4 and while my c4 square is temporarily weakened, I'm gonna get control over the c5. And yeah, he won't have any fun with the c file, and I will have a lot of fun with the a file. Also, if my voice sounds different, sorry about that. My allergies are acting up, and I have had on and off with the sore throat, so that's probably why. Anyway, I'm covering up a tactic here because there's one very soon. Alrighty, white to play and win. So, if you noticed, I've circled the black bishop and the black f pawn. Those don't seem to be connected other than the fact that they're attacked by that knight on e5. So the theme is overloading. If you want to solve it, pause the video. Alright, the move is bishop h7, king h8, and now I took on a8. He takes back, knight takes f7 is mate in 1. If he does this, I just win a piece. So yeah, he played knight takes back and resigned after I took back. Because I'm just going to be up a rook. Instead of rook a more playable move would have been knight take. Wait, that's playable later. Let's see what he could have done. Honestly, black's position is not great. Yeah, I don't know, maybe bishop e8. Or rook, yeah, or rook c8 first, actually. Well, okay, not rook c8 because of the sack, but bishop e8 should be fine. Bishop c6, that's what I have. Yeah, rook a7, I'm much better, but I'm not winning just yet. Yeah, as you can see, plus 2.8. So that's it. This is a very nice game. Just some general lessons. Yeah, hemming in your hemming in your pieces is almost never a good idea. Like the fish was much happier on g4 because it controls the f3 square, and he can possibly exchange it for my strong knight square bishop. That is an idea, which you will see in game 5, where I played the card on myself as black. Yeah, just remember that b5, b4 is a plan, and b4, b5 if the pawns are switched, but yeah, know that plan for both sides. Oh, also remember that b4 is a block, weakening it yourself, but installing a knight on c5. I kind of like the word installing, but yeah, you can use whatever word you like, just placing it there. So, yeah, final lesson. If your opponent has several loose or slightly loose pieces, look for a tactic. While this may not be the most tactical position, if you realize that black's bishop is defended, or let's just, it's defended twice and attacked twice, and black's f7 pawn can be attacked once and defended once if you go straight to 7 check, you'll see the tactic here. I'm sort of hoping for okay because I saw it in advance, but if you didn't, looking for loose pieces is a great way to spot those tactics. All right, let's go to game 2. In round 2, I played 2100 Eric Kachenko. I played him before last year with white and I won. So, and what I remembered is that I can get an advantage against him, although he is a good defender. And yeah, it sort of happened this game. He played b3, which I actually prepped for correctly, which I actually prepped for. I saw one game in that when he played b3 and I didn't see any other games. I thought, why not prepare for that just in case. And yeah, queen h4 check. This looks unnecessary, but it is important. You'll see why in a bit. And okay, yeah, I saw the idea in knight takes c5, but not all side pressures have to be accepted. If I take, he just wins the bishop back with a much better position. So I put knight f6, which is the correct move. Okay, now the engine really likes queen to d7. And then castling. I mean, you're down a full rook here, basically, or a rook's worth of material. So yeah, I don't think I would follow this, but queen e4 is not a bad move, it's just not the best. Alright, yeah, okay. So queen h1, you have to see moves like that. Like if you calculate one line, if you calculate something like this, it's not horrible for you. It is about equal, but as Emmanuel Lasco once said, when you see a good move, look for a better one. So knight takes up 2 is good, queen h1 is better. So yeah, these are just general principles. You can see that all of our moves are threats. And when your opponent makes a threat, the best way to respond is to make a counter threat. Assuming, of course, that you resolve the threat. Here he did not take on a son because of something like this. Yeah, yeah, that's really bad. So yeah, he did knight f5, which I was expecting knight d4, although it's not horrible. All right, now here I missed a strong continuation. I saw the way up to here, but I missed bishop b1. Bishop b1 is the type of move that ends and find instantly, but it takes humans a long time to find. So I saw, yeah, I saw all the way up to here, and I thought, okay, I don't have anything, just don't do it. But that's where I made a mistake. Don't stop your calculations too early. Because then my intuition even said I'm better here, but I just didn't find the right move. And now this position is actually equal, but he did make a mistake. So knight d3 is the best move. I expected something like this. Or I was also thinking he might go d4, but yeah, e4 is a mistake, so the move I played, rook f3. So the thing about the reason e4 is a mistake is because I can apply lateral pressure here, and I can take advantage of the a7 g1 diagonal. Like, both of these factors themselves don't matter, but when you combine them, it does, because first your defense standing blocks the pressure, but I take the pawn. This is under attack too. So I'd say it's a pretty nice game. Now yeah, I did knight d3. I did not take on c5 to knight d7. Remember, even when you're winning, you can fall into those traps. And yeah, he resigned here. Doesn't move, it's just the sample line. And I'm completely winning. So let's go over some lessons. Oh my bad. Yeah, as you know, I'm not on my best. But so prep with unusual openings, I mean, B3 is not played a lot, but people do play it, and it's great as a surprise weapon, so don't make sure it's not a surprise for you. But yeah, this is maybe fourth weaknesses if your opponent is playing aggressively, like queen e7. And here, white is a lot better because of the two bishops and my weak dark squares. Because I guess I can have to take and then he takes back. Now quit. So yeah. Don't panic when your opponent makes a sacrifice. Do not automatically accept it. Oh yeah, maybe look for the unusual moves, but also don't beat yourself up if you don't play the best move. And yeah, remember last year's quote, when you see a good move, look for a better one. Also applies here. Yeah. So don't stop your calculations too early. That's another important lesson. I stopped my calculations here, but if I hadn't, I may have seen this b1. The chance would have been small, but small is better than nothing. Yeah, I'd say when you're on the defending side, don't play too many weakening moves. Like white position is not active. Mine is, so e4, it's not a great move because of the weaknesses shown. And yeah, punish your opponent when they weaken their position. And yeah, I'd say the rest is just technique, but when you're winning, simplify. The less you simplify, the more likely you are, both people are to mess up, but the mistake is going to cost you more than it will cost your opponent. All right, that is game two. Let's go to game three. Yeah, in game three, I played National Master Andrew Jang. He's very, very strong. He improved a lot over the past year. I definitely think he has the potential to make Grandmaster, maybe even Super Grandmaster. And yeah, we got a close Catalan. He's surprised me with knight f6, but I took the Catalan for d5 too, so it wasn't a huge deal. And I'll say kind of hate playing against a close Catalan because the open Catalan is what a lot of people, including myself, play. Yeah, here move is queen a4. I think we should b4 check. Changes the correct move. Yeah, I like this because our pieces are better developed, but since for right now our better development doesn't matter. And yeah, we get this. Honestly, I was not too happy with my position here. I knew I had sacked the pawn because if I don't do anything, he's gonna take on c4 anyway. 92 is a really bad move because of c5. So this is also bad. It's like I even lose a pawn by force here. So without competition. So I just did e4. And he did not take on b3 because I take back and I have a much better position. Yeah, his bishop is bad, he's gonna lose the pawn. And I have a massive center. And here I was bishop b5. I was expecting queen b6, but that was already played. And here, I wonder if it was I didn't want to do this move, but I realized that my ego telling me to take on a7 or take on b5 was misleading. Yeah, letting go of your admitting when you've made a mistake, that's an important thing you have to do. So I did I'm worse because of the pass pawn. And yeah, my queen is in danger of getting trapped. Plus, I kind of have to take it and he takes back, and he has the pass pawn again, protected pass pawn actually, and I still have the bad queen. So not great to play as white here. But yeah, he gave me a second chance with bishop a6. Maybe he wanted to go for a draw, but I did not want to do that, so I played bishop one. And yeah, I was trying to calculate this. I got something more or less equal to that. And I was going to play h4 here. And I thought, okay, it's competition. He is down a piece. That's an indisputable fact. He had he had g5 and then g4, which surprised me. I'm not sure what I expected, honestly. I was just gonna calculate my response to what he was gonna do. And this is actually a little bit better. I didn't want to do this because I thought bishop pair would be advantageous for him, but this does not apply because the center is relatively closed. So yeah, just know when bishop pair applies and know when it doesn't. Right now the best move is actually you take c5, which is a bit surprising. These moves are not a knight cd6 and knight ed6 are not as good due to the exchange sack. This is the best continuation. I didn't like it for aesthetic reasons, but yeah, I'm better here because of my control over the C and D files. But he did d5 and I did d5 and he took. Now I played the very nice move, queen e6. This is actually the only move that doesn't lose. Something like queen c6 loses because of this, and I saw it. Yeah, something for that, but he's at 2300, so he saw it. And now he slipped up. Knight b6 is the best move here. I was expecting something like this, and yeah, I think I'm a bit better, although my e3 part is weak, and he has rook b2, I guess, so I can't claim a significant advantage. And now, yeah, pause the video. Yeah, you probably already saw it, but that's my bad. Rook d6. So I was thinking about knight cd6 at first, but after rook b, I didn't see anything super great for me, so I followed Manuel Lasker's advice. When you see a good move, look for a better one. And I looked for a better one. I thought queen e7 was the most resilient defense here. Like, rook h8 loses to king 7, but queen 7 wins. And yeah, as you can see, queen e8, rook takes d7, winning, queen f5, knight f6, also winning. Queen h3, that's what I did in the game, and I played e6. Have you ever seen a knight fork a king in a knight before? I don't think I have until this. And by that, I mean it has to work. Like, if he takes, I get a very nice mate. He played king d7, and I took on d7, and he resigned. I thought it was a bit early. Like, I just provided a sample line here. Honestly, if I was him, I would have forced white to play the best moves here. I was going to play queen b2 check. I'm not, and I was going to play e4, but I'm not sure I solved it. I definitely did not see rook d7 here. So yeah, just don't resign too early. Alright, time to summarize. Yeah, when you're behind in development or have more passive pieces, don't open the possession, keep it closed. I play the closed Catalan as black myself too. Yeah, sometimes if you're sometimes you have to be courageous. Like if I wanted to bail out a draw, do something like this, although I'm worse here, this is the only real chance to even maintain equality, actually. Yeah, look for active moves. I thought I was going to go queen b6, but I should have been looking for threats. Now queen c2. Yeah, so all this is good. Maybe evaluate when you need to bishop pair and when you don't. Yeah, look for those ugly moves, I guess. There's d5, I thought, like making the c5 pawn, like he had the c5 pawn as a burden on his position, but I could have just taken advantage of the open c and d files with that. Yeah, I'd say when you're on the defending side, and black is definitely on the defending side here, exchange, you don't even have to see rook d6 for white. You just have to know that white has more attacking pieces, so exchange them is logically the right answer. And yeah, when you see a good move, look for a better one. This d6 is good, rook d6 is great. Always finish what you started with e6. I don't see if there's anything else. Okay, there actually is. There's queen d3 too, although I like d6 because it's the most forcing. And finally, don't resign too early. Make your opponent work hard for the win. All right, that was round 3. And those were all my day 1 games. I'm very happy. This is because I had a perfect score. And I figured I had a good chance of winning money. I was thinking about getting first, although I was the second highest rated player, so it was not out of question. And there was one other guy with 3 points, and I played him in round 4. Alright, this is round 4. I played National Master Davis Whaley. So he actually hadn't played a game in over 3 years, although considering that he had 3 out of 3, he was playing well this tournament. So I just ignored the fact that he had. So yeah, this is Tichanowski. You have some time here. I'm not sure if you were trying to remember his prep or he was maybe trying to trick me into thinking you didn't know it. Either way, it doesn't matter like, a lot. And yeah, I played queen e7. This is not the best move. My intuition even said queen c7 was correct, but for some reason I just didn't want him to take on e6. But my bishop on e6 is worse than his knight on c5, so he probably wouldn't even have done that. And yeah, this is a sample line. And I've played these positions as block and turning games a lot, and I generally do pretty well in them. So yeah, I like that he played a familiar line against Tichanowski. There's a really sharp line that I probably won't go into. But yeah, I made an inaccuracy. And I played Bishop takes up so quickly. In fact, I played too fast for most of the game. A lot of I figured a lot of moves didn't require calculation, so I just go with my instinct, although taking time is important. After the game, my dad told me I was playing too fast, so I realized I had to slow down for round 5, and I did do that. And I'm very happy about the result. Yeah, this was another one I could have done. Objectively, it's about the same, although practically it's better because white has a ton of weaknesses, f4, d5. Yeah, my knights are in paradise, and he's in d4. So yeah, look for other lines, not just the most obvious move. And I immediately after I played it, I saw knight takes d7, and I figured he was going to play it, especially when he went into a deep thought. And yes, I offered a draw here, and he thought about it for some time and accepted. I was gonna do something like this. The idea is to go f5. But I thought it was slightly worse to this two bishops and play on the g file, although his broken king side does provide some compensation. Yeah, let's see what the king h8 with 2-1. And now yeah, I can do something like this and I'm okay here, I guess. Or I can even go g5. So yeah, I had options here, but the ensign does give white a slight advantage, although I still don't think I should have offered a draw that early because there was a lot of game left. I'll just do some general recap. So yeah, sometimes don't be afraid of stuff that isn't a real threat. I mean, I should have realized he's not going to change this knight for this bishop. And the center is semi-open, semi-closed, let's say. So the two bishops do not matter a lot. Like this bishop is not doing anything. Yeah, I'd say this line would have been preferable to where I did the game. Yeah, maybe don't always play the most obvious move. Look for so look for surprising lines. I'd say I've done both playing the most obvious move and played surprising moves that are actually very good in most of my games. And finally, don't offer a draw too early unless you know yours. And he is my rating, so it doesn't horrible, though I did miss out on more learning opportunities and an exciting game. So yeah, that's on 4. And okay, Davis had 3.5, I had 3.5, and thankfully the pairings worked out in my favor. I played a Grandmaster, and yes, I do mean my favor. I prefer to play high-rated opponents so I can A, get more from wins, and B, learn more. Alright, round 5, Grandmaster Alonso Zapata, very strong Grandmaster. I played him 2 years ago and barely got a draw with white, so, but I realized I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago, so I didn't under or overestimate him. Alright, so I usually play the knight off as black, although after bishop, he plays the Sosa attack, which is very aggressive, and considering that he's a good attacking player, I didn't want to be on the defending side of his attack, so I did the Caro-Kann, which he did the exchange variation, which does give him kingside chances, although they are less clear and black's plan is more clear. And I said earlier, I did the line in round 5, and here it is. Again, the correct move is bishop f4, and you get this line. The knight looks like it belongs on e2 to support f4, when it actually belongs on f3, so it can go to e5. And no, I did not play king d7 here, I played king d7. And here I could have done bishop b6. I didn't want to get such a complicated position in the opening, but I have nothing to fear here. Like, I start blind and now I take the knight. I did not even, I didn't even see f3 for white. But yeah, I should have told myself that I have nothing to worry about. I did bishop e7, and it's not a lot worse. I mean, all I did was lose the tempo, which is not important in the opening. Here I played bishop f5. That's a very nice move. If he takes, which he can, I take here. Knight go knight e4. And not only do I get control over the e file, is kingside. It's also harder for him to attack on the kingside because f5 opening up the f file is no longer a viable idea. But he played queen c2, which I think is the best move. And I played knight e7. I wanted to get my knight to potentially f5 and maybe even have the c file open in case he goes b5, b4. I don't think it's as effective here, but it is still an idea. Alright, rook f3, b5, rook h3. I could have done I could have done a lot of moves here. I played g6 because I didn't want to go g4. The engine does say knight f5 was a bit better. In fact, g6 is even the top 5. But yeah, that's because of queen g3, which is surprising because at first glance it doesn't even do anything, but the queen does get to g5. Although I am better here. I think this is because of this opening inaccuracy. And yeah, I did this. As you can see, while he was getting his pieces to the king side, I was opening up the queen side for myself. And the thing about this line is, white's attack fails, there's a good chance he's going to lose, even if he's a bit higher rated than me, because this rook is offsides, this knight is offsides, and he has clear weaknesses here and here. So yeah, I was starting to wonder if I could win the game, although I did have to remind myself that I shouldn't celebrate before the game was over. And yeah, I played knight takes g5, not the best move. I didn't like lower pawns for aesthetic reasons, but yeah, he still has all the same weaknesses, and my knight can even go to d5, so really I had nothing to worry about. This is just a sample line. Not sure why I was worried about c4, but I was. And okay, next I took queen e3, yeah, pretty plain. I was expecting queen c2, although even that's not the best move. It's actually knight f4. Why can't I just take this to question? Oh, whoa, he is actually a bit better after queen e1. But he did not see it, and I didn't either, so yeah, let's just get back to the game now. Queen e3, queen takes a2. Why is it knight f4 strong here? I don't see it. Oh, rook b1, that's why. And I did do that. I was able to execute that in the game. And yeah, rook b1, rook f3. Here you have to see that white's threat is knight takes e6, pawn takes e6, queen takes e6, king g7, queen takes e7, winning the game. So I played knight f5 to prevent. And now here I figured, okay, I have to be a lot better here. And he did not take with the rook because it's mate in one, so I played queen c4, queen e2, queen takes e3. And after 93, he resigned because he's either getting mated or he loses his queen. So I'd like to say I'm very happy after winning that tournament and the $1,000 first place prize. I would like to thank the sponsors and Deepak, Aaron, and Carter Peaton for directing this tournament. Really, I love your tournaments. I plan to go there and go to your next one in October. And I'd like to thank all the star players who showed up. Thank you, Zapata, for showing up, even though you probably have stronger tournaments to go to since you're GM. Yeah, I really appreciate everyone who made this possible. And now let's do some quick recap. So first off, if your opponent plays nothing you don't like, you can either study the opening or play it. And that's something that, I have played a lot of openings against D4's Black because all of them have failed to some degree, but that did give me the perk of being able to play almost anything. Yeah, just remember, you really want your knights to go to both D2 and E2. Like, D2 and F3 is great. D2 and E2 not so much because they're not controlling any of these squares. They're just line accuracy. Yeah, don't be afraid to calculate a sharper line, even if it's the opening and you don't want sharp chess. However, not a big deal. Play the same good move. A move can sometimes be good, even if you don't play it immediately. The exception, of course, being en passant because you have to do it immediately. Yeah, play. Yeah, exchange good pieces for bad pieces. I wasn't afraid of the double pawns here because he has no chance of targeting them, but I could have applied that later. Yeah, defend before you attack. Because remember, his target is the king, my target is his queen side, so his attack cannot succeed, while mine can be put on hold. Yeah, don't double your punch pawns or decline double pawns, even if there's the potential for them being weak. I should have realized that I can even push up 5 at the very worst, so knight takes c5 was maybe my biggest mistake, but overall it's gonna play the next game. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, g4. Yeah, this is the best move. I thought, and I was wondering if he was going to say it or not. Queen a5 is much more natural. But yeah, g4 is stronger because if I take, he goes queen e5, check winning. Also here, if he goes g4 now, knight c6 is a very strong move. Let me can, yes, it is knight c6. Even though b1 is good, but I like knight c6 more because it's more forcing. Yeah, I'd say once you get into a good position, don't relax, play the strongest moves here. I remember when I drew a -20 pawn ending because I got lazy, but I did not repeat it this time. And I'd say that's about it. Again, thank you to everyone who made this tournament possible. Thank you to everyone. Shut up. I will see y'all in the next video. That will probably be sometime this weekend. And as always, if you like my content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Bye.